What's good, everybody? How's it going? All right, time for FR. Talks, conversations, etc., etc., etc. I hope you guys are all feeling pretty good about today. We're big chilling. Boom. Boom. Here we go. So I was looking at final round brackets. First of all, I noticed that Lord Goichi. Let me make this a little bigger. Look at this motherfucker Goichi over here entering Dead or Alive 6. I didn't realize it. So let's get into final round. One issue that's been popping up a lot, you may notice here, is final round tweeted that they noticed that there were some issues with information not being shared very, clearly and et cetera, et cetera. Anakin responded with missed FR registration due to lack of communication on Twitter about the deadline. Disappointed that I didn't jump in earlier, but failure to communicate anything on Twitter caused much of the local scene to miss out. Also a bit ironic to mention doing better in future events. Thumbs down. And then Speedkick said 19 plus Atlanta players who supported for years getting an oops, we messed up, but we won't help. Yeah, so it seems like maybe FR didn't say when the deadline was going to be very clearly. So a bunch of Tekken heads from Atlanta didn't get to sign up for the tournament because they didn't know exactly when it was. I mean, it's partially their fault for not looking it up. They live in Atlanta and it's a tournament. I feel like final round is something you'd register for really early, right? But at the same time, not being able to find any information, that's a bummer. So I understand why they'd be frustrated about that. I don't think there's on-site reg this year either. So if you missed the final registration, that was it. Both of the people that tweeted that are sponsored. You would imagine their sponsor would sign them up for a tournament, or because they are a sponsored player, send the list of tournaments they'd like to be registered to their sponsor, right? I don't know. It seems strange that they're not there. Anyway, I was looking at final round brackets, looking at Street Fighter numbers, 300 players for Street Fighter. This is one of those tournaments. This is always how Street Fighter is, I feel like, right? It's like final round kicks off every year. You know, the entry numbers, right? 300, 400, whatever players, right? I'm like, okay, let me take a look at how it is, right? And you look at the players who are going, right? The seeds and the players who are going. First of all, I believe this is actually just this is the CPT standings from last year. At least the first 6, I believe. Yeah, the top 10 is all there. If you look at the CPT standings from last year, Tokido, Fujimura, Problem X, Fudo, Sako, Justin, right? Tokido, Fujimura, Problem X, Fudo, Sako, Justin. NL, Oil King, Knuckle Dude, Daigo. NL, Oil King, Knuckle Dude, Daigo. Obviously, you skip Voldemort. You go down to number 12, Luffy. Haitani. I mean, it just keeps going. They got everybody. Phenom, Kaba, Big Bird. Phenom. Ooh, no Kaba or Big Bird, though. Then you go down to Gotchkun. Maybe it's not seated like that. Who knows, right? Tian, CJ Truth, Bonchan, Mago, Punk, right? So it just keeps going. This is one of those things where everybody's there, right? You think I'm kidding about he who must not be named. You think I'm joking. Don't you remember Evo Japan last year? Where a young boy was on the stage at the finals and he almost died to the killing curse? In fact, he did. The only thing that saved him was the love of his sponsor, Team Liquid, as little Johnny Tack, the boy who lived, made it through that fateful Evolution Finals at Evo Japan in 2018 against Voldemort. You'll recollect that if you think back. Itabashi, Zangief, Momochi. This is the Evo Japan champ, by the way. Storm Kubo, Valoran, Nemo, Mena. You get the point, right? This Street Fighter, I mean, there he is, little Johnny Tack, Gamerby, Dogra. It just keeps going. Doom Snake's a beast. There's so many good players in this bracket. As you keep scrolling down, you're going to realize, FR is Goichi's coming again, too. This should be a good Dragon Ball bracket, actually, probably, too, right? You just keep scrolling, and you're like, oh, shit. JB, there's so many good players. Neon was top 8 last year, right? Was Ryusei here? I didn't see him. Yeah, he is. There he is. This bracket is wild. It just keeps going. There's so many good players here. Damn, Jay Wong with a Diddy Mokoff sponsorship. I forgot about this. Dragon Ball should be good too, though, right? I mean, I know this isn't on the tour or anything, and there's no big. They haven't announced anything about it yet. But look at this bracket, right? Kaz, Goichi, Dogra, Tachikawa, Sonic Fox, No Kami, Hook Gang God, Galileo. Those are just the first 8, right? Galileo, Super Noon is there as well. Chris G, Apology Man, LK, The Kill Sage. I mean, this is a beast-ass bracket for Dragon Ball too. This Dragon Ball top 8 is going to be hella fucking good. Same thing, right? So Dragon Ball is going to be dope. What else am I interested in there? Oh, Dragon Ball teams. Do they have the teams? What is this? Hook Gang God, Super Noon. Oh, this is Team NRG. Are there only 5 teams signed up? Dogra, Goichi, LK, Apology Man, Sonic Fox, The Kill Sage, Super Noon, and Hook Gang God. These 4 teams are crazy. I feel bad for this team. They messed up. Oh, shit. Whoa. Let's go Shrug and Campaign. I believe in you guys. Hook Gang New. This is Team Shaquille O'Neal right here. The big Aristotle is sponsoring that team. Anyway, this is a pretty serious Dragon Ball bracket though. Tekken 7 is obviously always good. The interesting thing about Tekken 7 though is that you're not going to see a lot of international players. Usually there would be, in the same way that Street Fighter has lots of international players, right? Because it's the first event for CPT, but this year, Final Round is not on TWT. But Dragon Ball should be very, very good. Street Fighter should be very, very good. Tekken should still be very beast. So I'm excited for Tekken as well. What else would I probably want to watch? Yeah, I'd probably watch Gear. I might watch a little bit of BB Tag. Did the new characters ever make it into the game or not? The ones that got announced at EVO Japan? I don't remember. Okay, it's not out yet. Good to know. Is Soul Calibur going to be good here? Probably, right? What's it called? No Eunice tier, but there should be a good Eunice tournament at NCR, I imagine, right? NorCal loves Eunice. It's like all these motherfuckers fuck with Eunice. So when I go, I'm hoping that there's a good Eunice tournament so that I can watch it. Maybe play some casuals. This is a cool event, and it's always historically been a cool event for Tekken. It's kicked off the CPT for a while, and it kicked off TWT for a while. So now it's like a good time for it to kind of settle into the groove, right? Because they were not unsure if they were going to bring the event back or not last year. And then they came back this year, and I mean, it's the first stop on CPT again. I don't know what would have been the first stop if not for this event, you know? I can't wait to watch Fudo Birdie. This is going to be a cool tournament. I haven't looked through the pools yet, and I've heard people say that the pools are a little crazy. I'm sure that they will be. Damn, so 20 players in each pool, it looks like, right? Well, today was a good day to just check who's playing, right? Because the brackets aren't final. Maybe I'll probably look through them again on Wednesday, I imagine, but I just wanted to make sure that it looked exactly like this, which is what we expected, right? If the pools aren't going to be final, then we don't have to look at them that seriously today. I mostly wanted to see what kind of tournament we're looking at here for the games that I'm interested in watching, and maybe if you're interested in watching them, you can go ahead and click on the Smash UG page for Final Round and check it out. I'm curious about how NCR is looking for NorCal Regionals. Are they showing attendees yet? No, they're not posting anything, but they must have a Eunice tournament. Under Night, In Birth, EX Latte. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll see the registration closes March 23rd. So like right before the event, right? Next Saturday is when registration closes. So hopefully they'll open up everything so I can get my Under Night and Birth Grande Ice Latte, Hold the Foam Extra Sweetener. 317 is a pretty good start because, you know, at an event like this deep into the game's lifespan, most of the people there are super fucking good, right? So it's like, well, you're going to run into a lot of players that are just monsters, right? Like very early. The pools are going to be tight and you're going to run into everybody. There's going to be all these really good players really early. So it's like, all right. Last time we looked at the entries, right? We looked through like some of all the good players here. I don't know if these are final. I'm not 100% sure. But we have pools at least. 16 pools. There's about 20 players in each pool. I can't see like where the pool spread is, but I can do it like this. The point is I can see who's in the pool. So in this pool is good old Big Toke. He's chilling with Roto Z. He's got that and Sony Music Entertainment. What up, Just a Kid? So it's him, Cool Kid, right? I don't know if Cool Kid was top 8 at Final Round last year, but in the same bracket is also Nephew, Blar Lad. Jesus, man. This is oh my god. This is a pretty tough pool, actually. Wow, Salty Kid was at the bottom, too. Yeah, this is, I mean, Ice Effect's there, too. This is a pretty hard pool, I think. This is pool 1. Tokido has a decent chance to lose to one of these 2 players, for sure. And I think somebody else could be a landmine as well. Like, even though, you know, Big Toke, #1 seed, comes in looking great, I'm a little concerned. A2, this is pool A2. So these must be the first 2 pools of the day that are going on. CJ, Bonchan, Kazunoko, Chris G, Novaspec. Oh my god. Food stamps? Wow. Isn't Isn't the name Fudo Stamps somebody? Wow, Soretro's in this pool too. Yeah, this is a pretty tough pool. They seem to be seeded so that the top is going to be like this. This is pretty tough. CJ and Chris from the US, and then you have Kaz Bonchen. This is not an easy pool, right? This one's pretty hard. I think probably the favorite is... Kazunoko's been playing Ibuki, and so I think that he's going to be having that transitioning time where in winners, I see him losing. Probably, but then in losers he might clutch it out. Maybe Bonchan is maybe the favorite. It depends on how CJ's feeling, because I know he was kind of bouncing around between like not knowing what character he was gonna play, deciding if he was gonna go back to Kami and stuff. So we'll see. When I played Kazunoko in Japan, he was playing Ibuki. Okay, god damn. All right, Oil King. I haven't seen Oil King play in a while actually. I think I saw maybe him streaming or something. But, you know, his character's great this season. Up against Mena, who's already in the U.S. I think he's chilling in the Northeast already. Alex Myers and Dan Slip, so double Kami here. And then Choco right there. So you have, like, the Blanca in the mix also. Anybody else that didn't get... Princess Slim is in this pool, too? This is a hard pool. This is really hard. Man, this one's tough, too. I actually don't know who the favorite is here. I feel like Mena Oil King is a very interesting matchup. You have Buff Birdie and Buff Rashid, and then you have two nerfed Camis who could still beat both of those characters, right? Mr. Dan Slippington. That's crazy to think about. This is a good pool. Yeah, this could be definitely a wild card pool, and Princess Slim could upset people for sure. Echo Fox, Knuckle Dang is in B2 with Liquid Nemo, Jawa, Diddy Mokov, Squall. Okay. Dr. B's in this pool too. What the hell? What's going on with these pools? I think in this pool, maybe Nemo's the favorite. It depends. Guile got nerfed in this version, right? So NuckleDoo, I'm sure, has been playing other characters. In fact, I've seen him play other characters. But so has Nemo. He's been playing Colleen as well. So he's been playing a bit of other characters as well. And then JWoww, you can never count him out. He's going to show up with whatever the cheapest character is that he feels like he's playing. I didn't know he was with Invictus, actually. And Diddy Mokov has a good chance, too. Remember, him and Nemo played at CPT 2 years ago, right? Him and Nemo played at CPT 2 years ago. Nemo barely beat him. And that was when I thought Urian was much better against Dhalsim than he is now. Although I imagine in that matchup, Nemo might play Colleen. I'm not sure. C1 has Fudo, Dogra, Tampa Bison, King Birdie. Double Birdie in this pool. Tayson's in this pool as well. Reedman's coming. That's cool. And Noisy Child. I think this one, what's it called? My boy Koopo. What's good? I think in this one, is it 3 out? Oh, is it 3 out? 3 out makes it a little different. Okay. In this pool... Yeah, this one's not too bad. I think Fudo's the big favorite here, right? Unless something crazy happens with Dogra, but I like Fudo. I think Tama Bison's pretty likely to make it out here too. That's maybe the pool that looks like most predictable to me so far. Phenom, Itabashi, Strider. I don't know how Strider's going to do against Itabashi Zangief. I feel like his character needs to... Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one in my mind. Up against Phenom, who's to say? I feel like people always count Phenom out, but maybe the favorite to me in this pool is probably Itabashi. Looking at this pool, I think it's pretty... Ooh, Kami's in here too. I think it's pretty likely the top 3 that we just saw are the 3 out, right? People always count Phenom out. And him and Itabashi have actually had some, like, back and forth sets. Wow, Toy's in this pool. Toy's a beast. So Sako, Toy, and Ryusei. That's interesting. Wow, both of these two in the same pool. Sako and Ryusei in the same pool seems crazy to me. Realistic's a really good Ibuki player. He streams on Twitch. Gentleman Thief. Zaf's in this pool too. And Otani. Otani is surprising. Hey, Shinakuma level 2. What up, homie? He's in the chat right now. Otani has a good chance here, actually. Good old Walmart. Otani has a good chance here, too. I think probably the favorite is Sako. Depends on how he's doing with his new characters, and I think Toy making it out of this pool... Not making it out of this pool would surprise me, but Otani's a beast, man. I don't know if people realize how good Otani is. And Zaf, who streams a lot on Twitch, by the way, has a good chance too. All right. Haitani, Momochi, PR Rog, LPN. I think this is Momochi's pool. Yeah, I think I like Momochi the most. I don't know how much PR Rog has been playing. I feel like I see him tweeting about playing online and stuff, but he never sounds happy. I'd say this is probably Momochi's pool. And then the other 2 that make it out, Hard to say. So far, there's been some tough pools. There's been some pools I feel like I know what's going to happen with. This one, I think, is interesting. These two have played a lot of sets. I think Fujimura's probably, like, the favorite. But Smugs look good. And also, he has characters that I think are a good choice against Fujimura. We'll see. Golden Sen. Anybody else that's, like, super surprising in here? Yanub is solid. So Soulface. Yanub is a very solid Monop player. And Splash is here too. Yeah, this is a pretty tough pool. I think Fujimura is the favorite. I think that one is not that unlikely. Okay, wow. Cien, Mago, JB, Neon. Neon was top 8 last year at FR. OG Yan is good too, actually. Oh, shit. Serpentaurus is a really good Zeku player. I think Serpentaurus has a good chance to beat someone like JB or Neon, maybe. I don't know what their sets records are like, but I feel like Mago, Japan has a lot of Zeku players, so I don't know. But Mago is like the Japanese player that always gets upset by like random people, right? Not to say he's random, but like he always loses to people he's not supposed to lose to. It's like, yeah, Mago-san, he's a beast, and he just gets beat by everybody. Am I too strong? Is this what you guys are talking about? This is a tough pool. I don't know who the favorite is in this pool. These four, any order of these four making it out wouldn't surprise me. I would imagine Mago has a good chance, but we'll see. Cien always surprises at the beginning of the year, though, right? And he played amazing at Capcom Cup, so we'll see how he's doing. The last time I thought to myself he was going to come out a little rusty, he played way better than I expected. NL Gamerby. I think Gamerby, he said something recently about how he wants to play very seriously. I saw him saying he's like relinquishing the TOing for TW Fighter because he wants to play more seriously. So I wonder if that's kind of the motivation he comes into this weekend with. A Master of Vampires. Sherry's under ESE. I didn't realize that. There's some other good players in this bracket that I think could catch people off guard. There's a couple of good Chun players in here. Nice one. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those brackets where there's going to be some upsets in each pool because it's 3 out also. You don't have to worry about just like getting double jeopardied by some player like, oh, I lost to NL twice, so I got third in my pool and I didn't make it out or something. These three at the top probably have the best chance in this pool, though. The order, I would guess maybe... NL's been playing Akuma lately. I feel like Gamerby is probably the favorite in this one. Master of Vampires always makes it, but you will see it. My Wallet Valoran. I like that. I like Valoran's attitude. My Wallet Valoran. I'm cheering for him now. I'm all in on Valoran. There we go. That's the boy right there. All right, so this pool, let's see. Daigo. My Wallet's Valoran. Funding himself. Goichi is there. Yeah, he's going to be playing in Dragon Ball and also in, what's it called? DOA and something else at final round. Big old Brian F from the dumpster. Let's see. This is not an easy pool at all. Sergeant Slapaho, what up? Evernight, you said this is your pool too. Vanau is in here. Do you guys know about Vanau? Crazy old school player. He's a very, very good Balrog player in this game also. So he's also in the same pool with Brian, Goichi, Valoran, and Daigo. This is a hard one. I don't know how much Goichi's been playing Street Fighter this year, but I know many of the Dragon Ball players have been saying that they've been feeling like they want to return to other games a little bit more. Not because they don't love playing Dragon Ball, but because there's often maybe more rewards in being multi-game specialists or like succeeding in other games, you know? So I'm not surprised to see Goichi back and playing again. Yeah, he's playing Unist again too. I saw that. All right, Evo Champ, up Doom Snake, Moke in this pool. Who's RRQ? I'm not familiar. Is he not with Ponos anymore? Maybe I should look it up. Rex Regum Kuan. What the hell is that? That's an SCA org, so it's... Okay, I see that it's got like a hotel thing on it. I'll look this up. I'm going to do some research into this. Ricky in this bracket, Terrence, Double Chun. That's interesting to think about. As interesting as Ruin Me This.
1 year anniversary, you cutie.
Almost 1 year. Thanks very much. I think we're a few subs away from 300. Thanks for coming through, everybody. Sean, dude. I recognize the name. Bushin's in this pool. Johnny's in this pool. Johnny's real solid. And Saros too. Man. This is a tough pool. This is a tough pool because I think Problem is probably the favorite. But whoever like makes it out after that, I have no idea. And although Moke hasn't been playing as much Street Fighter, maybe he's been playing a little bit more lately. Last year he was more focused on other stuff after he had EVO finals and Capcom Cup finals. So he had I don't know, he had a great year for Dragon Ball. We'll see how he's feeling in Street Fighter. Gotchkun, Punk. So this is, all right, this is good to know. Tachikawa, Nigel. This is the NorCal Slayer right here. Pokechop's in this pool. Wolfgang's in this pool too. Oh my god. Mandrake's a beast, by the way, if you haven't seen him play. Super good. Just the Kid's in this pool too. Jeez, man, this is a fucking hard pool. Whoo boy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Gotchkun or Punk, this is, I don't know. One of those two is definitely the favorite. I haven't seen Tachikawa play in a while, so I'm not sure. But, yeah, this is a tough one. Wolfgang has a good chance against a lot of people, I think. You guys put Pokechop LOL, but he beat Voldemort one year at, like, a final round or something. And he's beaten a lot of really good players in Street Fighter. He's good at Street Fighter. The last time I saw Tachikawa play was Colleen. I don't remember if I don't know if he switched characters since then. That's Gotchkun or Punk pool, I think, though. Justin Wong, John Takeuchi, Piccolo. That's actually interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't think that he was going to do that much traveling, right? But that's cool to see. Lud, El Chicote. This is interesting because Justin, I think, when it comes to Mika, is usually fine. It depends on the Mika player. But if you have a Mika player that does get in against Justin, or like a grappler player, that's when he struggles. I think up against John, Justin will be fine. I think the player matchup style and experience difference there will mean that Justin's okay. Usually when he plays John, he beats him. Oh, Mr. Crimson's in this pool too. Okay, this should be a pretty good pool. I imagine Justin's the favorite. Chicote and Lud, Piccolo, John Takeuchi, Mr. Crimson. That's going to be a mad scramble. I don't know who is the favorite in this pool besides, I think Justin probably, right? Was Brutus in this pool? Oh, he is in this pool. Oh, shit. That's cool. Good luck to Brutus. All right, last pool. Luffy, Storm Kubo, K-Brad, Shine, Shinlad. Oh my god, this pool is not easy. Hot Dog's going too? And he's in this pool. I didn't even think about it. Man, oh man, oh man. Whew. I think maybe Storm Kubo is the favorite in this pool, but we'll see how Luffy's feeling this year. I feel like Luffy always shows up and performs. This is tough. Yeah, one of these two is probably the favorite, although I think K-Brad or Shine one of these two will make it out if it's 3 out. K-Brad's been streaming and playing a lot more. I think he's one of those players that when you don't see him play for a while, you forget that he's just really a solid, fundamentally strong player. He's been world-class before, right? Shine's also a beast. GLB's in this pool too. I hope GLB does well. I like GLB. He's a cool guy. This is not an easy pool. By any means, this is a tough pool. Things aren't finalized just yet, but man, these are fucking hard. Super, super hard. Do they have a top 48 I can look at? Like, can we do projected? Are they going to let us do that? No, we can't do that. Damn. Projected would have been interesting to look at some of the matches. Like, for instance, I assume A1 plays in an A2, right? So we have Tokido, Cool Kid, Nephew bracket, and then you look at the winner maybe playing Tokido Bonchan first round in top 48 or Kazunoko. Probably Bonchan, I think, is maybe the favorite here. Bonchan or CJ. So Tokido CJ, which, I mean, CJ's beaten him before, right? Could potentially, like, first or second round 48. In this one, I think maybe we have something like Mena or Oil King. Probably two favorites. Mena versus Nemo or Oil King versus Nemo or Do, one of the two. Or even Didimo Koff. I don't think him making it out of winners is not that surprising. Then you have something like, I think Fudo probably the favorite here. Fudo up against Phenom or Itabashi, right? I think he probably beats Itabashi here, but yeah, I mean, who knows, right? Phenom or Strider too. I don't know how he plays against that. Although I think Fudo's style with Birdie is probably pretty tough for any of these three to deal with, but we'll see. Maybe Strider has the best chance if he hits him once. This bracket, probably Sako, I'd imagine, although he underperformed a little bit the last time I saw him play. Up against Momochi, maybe. So 48, we have Sako, Momochi, Sako, Haitani, something like that. Then we have something like, I think probably Fujimura, although Smug could do it. With Hurricane, I guess. Versus, maybe Fujimura versus like Mago or Cien, or Smug versus Cien or Mago. Could be JB or Neon too. Top 8 last year, right? Kazunoko switched to Ibuki recently. Yeah, so we'll see how he's playing. I like Gamerby in this pool. I think NL could do it, but I like Gamerby. He seems confident. Maybe Gamerby Daigo or Brian or Valorn or Goichi. Maybe we'll go by like, you know, my gut feeling, which is maybe Daigo Gamerbeak. Great match, right? They've had a lot of really legendary matches. Problem here, we're going to give it the problem, just like I'm going to give it thanks to Sugoi for giving me the 6 months. Thanks very much, homie. Problem versus Gotchkun, Evo champ versus Capcom Cup champ, or double Evo or double match here against Punk or something like that. I don't know. This is a scary match, right? Who knows about this one? I feel like Punk's usually very good against Rashid. Problem versus Gotchkun would be a really cool match. John or Justin, probably Justin in this one, versus Luffy, right? That was a Capcom Cup run back, I think, right? Or did he? No, he lost the Mago there, so they didn't play. Or Justin versus Storm Kubo, that could be wild. Or K-Brad, or like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these pools. You never know, right? It's the start of the season. There's been a lot of changes. We haven't really seen everybody throw hands besides something like Evo Japan, which was mostly a Japanese affair. So we haven't seen like all the international players play up against each other. We haven't seen like Problem in the year play against really strong players from Asia or Japan or the US, excuse me, or even some of the other European players. For me, I haven't seen a lot of them play against everybody yet. So this is going to be like the first time we just get to sit and watch all these matches, right? This is one of those tournaments where we haven't done match analysis in a while, but this is one of those tournaments where I'm looking forward to doing some match analysis after, right? New season, sit down and just watch some games after, see how the season's shaping up, see how everything's looking. Right. Tekken should be good here as well. I wanted to look at the Dragon Ball brackets a little bit. So we have the Cause LK pool. I was looking at, what's it called? Nokiel's breakdown of this earlier. I know that he went through them. I think there's only 8 for Dragon Ball, so we can do this kind of quick. Probably Cause an LK if it's 2 out. Super Noon is maybe the favorite here. It seems that way, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. Lythero's gonna be there. That's cool. Tachikawa or Chris. I think Tachikawa is the favorite. They played like 9 times at the LCQ, right? Okay, so that means potential Cause Super Noon and maybe Tachikawa versus Sonic Fox. That's a good match. Sonic's the favorite here. I don't have to look at the rest of the pool. Sorry, the rest of the pool. All right. Tachikawa Sonic would be a good match. Goichi versus... Yeah, I think he's probably the favorite in here. Although there's actually some good players in some of these pools that I'm like recognizing names for. Maybe Goichi versus Hook or Galileo. Goichi versus Hook would be a cool match after that. As cool as thanking Foxy. Thanks very much for the Twitch Prime. What up, homie? Hook versus Goichi maybe, and then probably Dogra. This is kind of, I think 60-40. Although Cool Kid's solid too. I think 60-40 Dogra's favor here. Maybe Dogra versus Sage no Kami. Serpentars. I've never seen him play, but I believe he's good. Yeah, so that's what the matchup looks like after that. After this, so that's like top, what is that, 2016? That's top 16 winners. Those are the matches that we'd have. That'd be good, right? Because that sets up what? So Kazunoko potentially versus Super Noon. Then Tachikawa versus Sonic. So it could be winner side, top 8 could be Sonic Cause on one side, and then the other side could be Goichi versus Hook, Dogra versus To Kill Sage or no Kami. So then let's say Dogra wins his match against one of them or Apology Man. And then it's Hook versus Goichi. So the winner of Hook versus Goichi, it could be one of those situations where top of the winner side bracket looks like Kazunoko versus Sonic, and bottom of that looks like Goichi versus Dogra, Hook versus... Who else is on this bottom side? I guess it would have to be the winner of Hook and Goichi versus probably Dogra. So maybe Hook Dogra or Goichi Dogra, and then maybe Sonic at the top. So double Cyclops on one side, and then it would be maybe Sonic and Kaz on the other. That'd be really good. Losers bracket would be like a mad scramble at that point, right? Because you have like the Titans chilling at the top, and then you have like all of the really, really, really other strong players down there. Who is Goichi running now? I haven't seen him playing a little bit. I know that he has switched, or I heard that he had switched from Piccolo. I hope he went back to Adult Gohan. I feel like I say that every patch for that guy. So at Final Round this weekend, I'll be commentating Street Fighter. First premiere event on the Capcom Pro Tour for this year. Actually, just first event on CPT in general, right? So that means if you guys are tuning in for the first time for the year, you didn't watch EVO Japan or anything like that, this is a good event to just like come in and watch, because it's going to be the first time we get to see all the international competition play against each other, because EVO Japan was really only Japanese players, and like Punk and like a few other players, and then like the Korean players, and like that's about it.